Introduction. Use some small tricks to advance your sales. You were either born to sell or not. Some people are born with absolute confidence, excellent communication skills, and the supernatural ability to convince others to buy what they are selling. And the rest aren't. But is it? Of course not. Everyone can be an excellent sales specialist. You just need to learn. These chapters, based on the experience of the most successful sales gurus, will give you a brief overview of the necessary skills for successful sales. If you want to outperform your competitors and increase commissions, then just study these chapters. You'll find out in the following insights: why the subconscious may be your strongest weapon in sales, why professionals in sales learn all their lives, why negative expectations play against you. Insight 1. Motivate your subconscious for successful sales. What is on your to-do list right now? Probably a few routine things, like throwing out the garbage or grabbing toilet paper on the way home. But did you know that's a great sales tool? A to-do list is an error-free way to use the power of your subconscious to achieve your goals. One way or another, the subconscious plays an important role in the salesperson's work. Just think that your intuition will fulfill your plans for the future. By writing down your goals on paper, you give your subconscious a task for the job. Start your list not with the goals, but with the reasons you want to achieve them. The longer this list is, the more motivation you will get. Why? It's just that every reason will be an additional weapon for your subconscious. Suppose the sales manager has only 2 reasons to achieve his goals: buying a new car and traveling to the mountains. In the meantime, another sales manager can give dozens of reasons, from repairing a house and buying a dog for his children to traveling with the whole family in China. While the first can easily give up, the second will be unstoppable in achieving the goals. This motivational sheet is just one tool from the sales manager's arsenal, and it is only one technique to make the subconscious work for you. In the next chapter, you will get acquainted with another technique related to self-evaluation. Insight 2. Increase your self-esteem to improve your sales performance. Do it tomorrow morning. Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are the best sales specialist. Yes, it's too corny. But do it, even if you feel ashamed to be seen by someone. It's worth the benefit you get. Your inner monologue is imprinted on your subconscious. It draws a mental picture, which it then tries to realize. It is straightforward to see how it can work against you. Imagine that you have made a mistake and say to yourself, "How can I be so stupid and do such a foolish thing?" But then you make this mistake again and again. Have you ever made anything like that? But it can also work for your benefit. Just switch your inner voice from negative to positive. This will improve your image. A sales specialist who repeats the positive statements, "I am calm, influential and self-confident," will soon really become that, and his subconscious will calmly react to even stressful situations, which is another confirmation of his positive self-esteem. It is especially useful when you're preparing for the upcoming sale. The best salesperson remembers the best sale he has ever made to put himself in a state where he can repeat it. On the other hand, a mediocre salesperson remembers the worst experience before the sale. That's why he will be so tense that he may even stutter, unlike a self-confident and self-assured salesperson, who will have an aura of confidence throughout the presentation. Insight 3. Surround yourself with people who will share your views and hobbies. Believe it or not, the active learning process does not end with the university. We all start our lives with a limited amount of practical knowledge, and our job is to learn as much as possible. Those who are not able to do so are starting to fall far behind. Thus, set yourself a goal, to learn one new thing every day. And put the knowledge you have gained, even listening to the radio, into practice as soon as possible. Receiving new knowledge in your field of activity every day, you will be one step closer to achieving perfection. One sales specialist, an author's client, listened to a radio program every day on the way to work, which included tips on how to improve your self-esteem, organize your working day, develop your career and develop your self-improvement strategy. As soon as he arrived at work, he began to put his new knowledge into practice. And what was the result? He almost doubled his sales. You can also learn from the people around you. Surround yourself with people who share your views and spend time with them. Their achievements will also help yours. Imagine a mediocre salesperson who could understand that his or her environment is filled with other negative and unmotivated people and realize that he or she needs to find another company. By communicating with leaders in sales, By asking their advice and applying their techniques, confidence, and ability to sell, such a specialist will grow unimaginably. Insight 4. Ask questions to understand your client's needs and tailor your presentation to them. Suppose you want to buy something. Even though you ask the seller about the product, he starts to tell you everything he knows about the product but does not focus on how the product can benefit you. Would you buy from such a salesperson? Probably not. The customer will not be interested in the history of the product or its features until he understands what it is for. Great sales professionals know what customers will buy if they show the benefit that the product will bring to them and in their situation. For example, a salesman who presents a car may talk about the color or features of its engine for several hours in a row, but he will not be able to convince you unless he creates the perfect picture that you want to buy. Perhaps only by emphasizing the car features that will benefit you, such as low fuel consumption, a large trunk, or a parking assistance system, will the salesperson be able to show you that this is exactly what you want. But what if you have no idea what the client wants, or is it not clear to you? Then start asking questions. Why is he looking for this particular product? What does he expect from him? If a family plans to buy a house, what do they want? More space or a reasonable price? What about a great school nearby? Keep asking questions, and soon enough, you will have a complete idea of what the client wants. This, in turn, will allow you to perfectly adapt your presentation to them, which will help to convince them and lead to a successful sale. Insight 5. People buy a product based on public opinion. What helps the client make the purchase decision? Is it true that the customer usually takes the cheapest product? Or, at least, does the customer assume that your product will help them make a lot of money? It's not that simple. We often buy some goods to gain recognition, for our status or influence. Many people are more concerned that this product will talk about their social status than the value of the product itself. It is essential for the seller what emotional value, or attractiveness in terms of status, the client wants, then you can offer the best option to the client. Imagine a salesman's job in a wristwatch shop. A customer comes in with an expensive bag from Louis Vuitton and wants to see the watch. The appearance of the customer does not suggest that it is worth worrying about the cost of the watch, rather emotional value as a status symbol is important here, and a good seller will lead him to the section with the Rolexes. During the conversation, he will explain how unique this watch is, how good it is made, and how others desire it. Insight 6. To gain the trust of your customers, you must show them that you care about their needs. Are you familiar with a strong sense of uncertainty inside, sometimes so strong that we feel uncomfortable? From time to time, we hesitate to make decisions related to money, but why is that? When we make a purchase, we give up something else and thus reduce our financial freedom. If you still want the customer to purchase this, you should pay attention to the emotional anticipation. A study by the University of Chicago has shown that people tend to buy because of an emotional apprehension of owning and using it. Guaranteeing that this feeling outweighs the customer's fear of financial loss gives the seller a better chance of success. You can also increase your customer's sense of security by offering money-back guarantees. But whatever you do, it has to be believable. No matter how much you care about your product, service, or brand, the customer will always have doubts. To win their trust, you must show them that you are reliable, responsible, and help them make the right choice. Suppose the family wants a dog. It is a big decision for the family and requires a careful study of dog breeds and the choice of one that will suit the whole family. An easily trained and child-friendly dog that can spend time alone at home while the children are in school would be the best option. The family puts the selection of the dog on the salesman, believing that he will do a great job. By showing your reliability and sincerity, you gain their trust and appreciation, and they will undoubtedly ask you for advice or recommend you to their friends in the future. Conclusion. Main idea. Your subconscious and self-esteem play a key role in your ability to sell. By motivating yourself and learning from others, you can truly understand your perspectives. By demonstrating your reliability and your ability to meet customer needs, you can build trust. Do so, and you will be on your way to achieving maximum sales efficiency. Tips for action. Make a list. Take a pen and write down everything you want. Turn everything on. Want to buy new socks? Write it down. Do you want to upgrade the kitchen? Write it down. Do you want to learn Japanese? Write it down. Do you want to buy a plane? I think you got it. These goals will inspire you, work for you, and help you through difficult times.